Liverpool's recent 5-1 victory over West Ham in the Carabao Cup was a thrilling match filled with dramatic moments and standout performances. The game began with an unexpected twist when Liverpool's Jarell Quansah inadvertently scored an own goal, giving West Ham an early lead. This moment of misfortune could have set the tone for Liverpool, but they quickly regrouped and responded with determination. Diogo Jota was instrumental in turning the tide for Liverpool. He scored the equalizer with a well-timed finish, showcasing his sharp instincts in front of goal. Jota's second goal came shortly after, a clinical strike that put Liverpool ahead and demonstrated his ability to capitalize on scoring opportunities. Mohamed Salah, known for his consistency and skill, added to Liverpool's tally with a precise shot that left the West Ham goalkeeper with no chance. Salah's goal was a testament to his technical prowess and his importance to the team. Darwin Núñez, another key player for Liverpool, contributed with a powerful goal that further extended their lead. His physical presence and ability to find the back of the net were evident throughout the match. Curtis Jones rounded off the scoring for Liverpool, sealing a comprehensive victory with a well-placed shot that highlighted his composure and accuracy. West Ham's efforts to get back into the game were significantly hampered when Edson Alvarez received 2 yellow cards, resulting in his dismissal. Playing with 10 men against a dominant Liverpool side proved to be an insurmountable challenge for West Ham. Liverpool's performance was marked by their attacking prowess, solid defense, and ability to control the game. The victory not only advanced them in the Carabao Cup, but also served as a confidence booster for the team as they look ahead to future fixtures. The match was a showcase of Liverpool's depth and talent, with multiple players stepping up to make significant contributions. For fans, it was a memorable game filled with excitement and moments of brilliance. After suffering last-gasp heartache last weekend, we enjoyed the spoils of a late win as injury-time strikes from Leandro Trossard and Kai Havertz beat Leicester City in a 6-goal thriller. Gabriel Martinelli grabbed his first Gunners goal for 6 months when he netted after 19 minutes. And just before the halftime whistle, he set up Trossard to double our lead as the winger atoned for his red card last weekend at Manchester City. However, within a minute of the second half starting, James Justin saw a deflected header find the net, and on 63 minutes, the right-back connected with a superb volley to pull his side level. An incredible goalkeeping performance by Mads Hermansen saw him make save after save as it seemed his team would escape with a point. But Trossard managed to bundle the ball home to claim all 3 points before Havertz netted after a counter-attack to round off a crazy afternoon of football. First half domination, Mikel Arteta opted to name the same 11 players that started at City 6 days ago, and our first half display was the complete opposite of the second 45 at the Etihad Stadium as we penned our opponents back for the entirety. Despite plenty of early pressure, it took us 15 minutes to create a chance of note when Bukayo Saka zipped a low shot goalwards, but it was comfortable for Hermansen, and a minute later, Bukayo slipped in Martinelli, but a poor first touch tightened the angle and he sent an effort wide. But on 19 minutes, he made no mistake. Saka was again involved, picking out Jurrien Timber on the right, who sent a low delivery into the box. It squeezed through a thicket of visiting defenders to fall into Martinelli's path, and his scuffed effort was enough to trickle into the bottom corner and get him on the scoresheet for the first time since March, and for the 3rd game in succession against today's opponents. With his confidence growing again, Gabi then drove an attempt goalwards that Hermansen pushed to safety, while Kai Havertz came close with a downward header that spun just wide of the far post, with the keeper beaten. But just as it seemed we'd be protecting a 1-goal lead at the break, we suddenly doubled it. As the clock just ticked past the 45-minute mark, Martinelli crept towards into area and slid the ball into Trossard, and he simply twisted his body and redirected the pass into the net to give the visitors a mountain to climb. Newcastle 1-1 Man City. Anthony Gordon scores penalty to level after Josko Gvardiol opener at St. James Park. Report as Anthony Gordon scores penalty past Ederson after being brought down by the goalkeeper in second half. Josko Gvardiol had scored during first half, which saw Erling Haaland suffer ankle cut from Dan Burn challenge. City, without Rodri and Kevin De Bruyne, remained top of table. By Peter Smith, senior football journalist at PS Myth XI 752 UK, Saturday 28th of September 2024. Anthony Gordon won a controversial penalty and then scored from the spot to earn Newcastle a 1-1 draw with Manchester City at St. James Park to provide an early dent to the title favourites' Premier League bid. "I don't think it's a penalty," said former referee Mike Dean on Soccer Saturday after seeing Gordon race through on goal and then hit the deck after Ederson slid at his feet and appeared to make slight contact with the forward. Ederson was booked for a genuine attempt to play the ball, but denying an obvious goal-scoring opportunity, according to the officials, and Gordon, playing as a center forward in the absence of injured pair Alexander Isak and Callum Wilson, sent the keeper the wrong way to level the match. The England winger played a key role in City's late equalizer against 10-player Arsenal last weekend and showed he is returning to form with neat play here, although he later risked a red card when he lashed out at Sandro Tonali, who he had a running battle with. Sub Phil Foden had City's best chance to regain the lead, but sent his shot from Erling Haaland's flick straight at Nick Pope. The Newcastle keeper was worked harder by a powerful shot from Bernardo Silva late on, but this was a below-par display from Pep Guardiola's team. City, playing for the first time in the Premier League since Rodri was ruled out for the season and still without Kevin De Bruyne, struggled to pick a way through Newcastle's deep defense but led at the break through Josko Gvardiol's opener. The left-back found the bottom corner from inside the box, following good play from Jack Grealish in the build-up. Chelsea came out on top following an incredible first half at Stamford Bridge to make it 4 wins in a row at the end of a gripping end-to-end game of football, which featured a record-breaking return by Cole Palmer and all 6 goals before the break. The game began at a furious tempo, a sign of things to come, and it was Brighton who got the early first goal when Georgino Rutter headed in following a scramble in the box. From there, Palmer stole the show. It briefly looked like it might be one of those days when Cole hit the post and had one disallowed, as did Jadon Sancho, but there was plenty still to come. In the space of 10 minutes, Palmer had a hat trick, slotting in from Nicholas Jackson's square pass before scoring a penalty, awarded for a foul on Sancho, and a stunning free kick. Brighton threatened to make things interesting by pulling a goal back, but then Palmer became the first player to score 4 times in the first half of a Premier League match to bring an incredible 45 minutes to a close. Things calmed down after halftime, although Cole continued to enjoy himself and Jackson went close on a few occasions, but there were no further additions to the score sheet after the break. Although Marc Cucurella had a goal disallowed for offside and Adam Webster cleared one, Jackson effort off the line. Enzo Maresca reverted back to his Premier League lineup after a flurry of changes in midweek. The only difference from the win over West Ham United in our last league game was Malo Gusto coming in for Tosin Adarabioyo at right back, Wesley Fofana shifting inside with Levi Colwill, and Marc Cucurella on the left. Enzo Fernandez and Moises Caicedo continued in midfield, behind the attacking trio of Noni Madueke, Cole Palmer, and Jadon Sancho, with Nicholas Jackson retaining his place up front. Early setback. It wasn't the start Chelsea had been hoping for. After a tentative opening with some promising attacks for both teams, which came to nothing, a sudden scramble in the Blues box ended with Brighton taking an early lead. It looked like the danger had passed when Caicedo cut out a low cross, but Colwill was charged down as he cleared and the ball looped into the air. Cucurella was sandwiched between 2 Brighton players, and Sanchez came to punch but couldn't make it, as Rutter's header floated away from Colwill on the line and into the net. A 61st minute Mohamed Salah penalty earned Liverpool a hard-fought 2-1 victory over Wolverhampton Wanderers in the Premier League on Saturday evening. The Reds secured 3 points on the road at Molineux as Ibrahima Konate and Salah struck in either half, with the hosts briefly leveling the contest in the second period via Ryan Ait-Nouri. The victory was enough to send Arne Slot's side top of the standings by a point ahead of Manchester City and Arsenal. Team news. Following a recent absence due to injury, Alisson Becker returned to the starting lineup. The goalkeeper was one of 10 Reds changes from the Carabao Cup win over West Ham United in midweek, while Darwin Núñez missed the fixture due to illness. Liverpool, Alisson, Van Dijk, Konate, Diaz, Gakpo 73, Szoboszlai, Jones 73, McAllister, Salah, Jota, Robertson, Gomez 89, Gravenberch, Alexander-Arnold. Subs not used: Kelleher, Endo, Chia, Tsimikas, Quansah, Bradley. First half. The opening exchanges passed without major incident, with Jean Rickner Bellegarde's low effort from outside the area the only notable chance for either team. Liverpool, however, saw their first opportunity of the game shortly after the 10-minute mark, as Andy Robertson flashed a ball across goal, which evaded the darting run of Salah. The Reds continued to press their hosts into mistakes in the final third, though Wolves were enjoying plenty of possession and pushing Slot's team back when they were able to cross halfway. Alisson was first forced to punch clear, while Virgil van Dijk and Konate were on hand to provide interventions in the box, before the Reds' goalkeeper was on hand again to catch a Matheus Cunha dipping shot. After the half-hour mark, Liverpool saw their best spell of the game, forcing the home side back to defend a succession of crosses and corners. Trent Alexander-Arnold also fired a low free kick goalward, but his effort was easily held by stopper Sam Johnstone. Salah stepped up to convert and made no mistake from the spot, sending Johnstone the wrong way. Konate was then forced to intervene in his own box during a swift Wolves break via substitute Carlos Forbes, with the game opening up. Alexander-Arnold had held up the attacker as he cut inside to shoot, though the number 5 darted back to provide cover and a well-timed sliding tackle to clear. Cody Gakpo and Curtis Jones were both introduced from the bench, and it was the former who almost had an immediate impact on proceedings. The midfielder first saw a counterattack thwarted at the last second as Liverpool attempted to break over the halfway line, ahead of testing the reactions of Johnstone down low to his left. Wolves pressed for a late leveler, but the Reds held firm to see out the win and send themselves to the summit of the top flight. Second half, Liverpool again pressed high following the change of ends and almost had a second goal minutes after the restart. Match overview. The La Liga clash between Osasuna and Barcelona at El Sadar Stadium was a thrilling encounter that ended in a surprising 4-2 victory for Osasuna. This match was significant as it halted Barcelona's attempt to tie a club record for consecutive wins, showcasing the unpredictable nature of football. First half, early dominance by Osasuna. Osasuna started the match with high intensity, pressing Barcelona and disrupting their usual possession-based play. The home team's aggressive approach paid off in the 17th minute when Ante Budimir found the back of the net. The goal was a result of a well-coordinated attack, with Brian Zaragoza providing a precise assist. Barcelona's struggles. Barcelona, known for their fluid passing and control, found it difficult to break through Osasuna's organized defense. Despite having a higher possession rate, Barcelona's attacks lacked the final touch, and they were unable to create clear-cut chances. Second half. Osasuna's tactical brilliance. The second half saw Osasuna continue their impressive performance. Brian Zaragoza doubled the lead with a well-taken goal, capitalizing on a defensive error by Barcelona. This goal further boosted Osasuna's confidence and put Barcelona under immense pressure. Barcelona's response. Barcelona managed to pull one back through Robert Lewandowski, who scored with a clinical finish. This goal gave Barcelona a glimmer of hope, and they started to push forward more aggressively in search of an equalizer. Osasuna's resilience. Despite Barcelona's increased pressure, Osasuna remained resilient. They restored their 2-goal lead with another goal, making it 3-1. Barcelona's defense looked vulnerable, and Osasuna took full advantage of the opportunities presented to them. Final moments. Late drama. In the closing stages of the match, Frenkie de Jong scored for Barcelona, reducing the deficit to 3-2. This goal set up a tense finish, with Barcelona throwing everything forward in search of an equalizer. Sealing the victory, Osasuna, however, had the final say. They scored a late goal to make it 4-2, sealing a memorable victory. The home crowd erupted in celebration as Osasuna secured 3 crucial points. Key players. Zaragoza was instrumental in Osasuna's victory, providing an assist and scoring a goal. His pace and creativity caused constant problems for Barcelona's defense. Budimir's early goal set the tone for Osasuna's performance. His physical presence and ability to hold up the ball were crucial in Osasuna's attacking play. Match summary, final score. Galatasaray 3, Kasımpaşa, Venue, Nef Stadium, Istanbul. Date, September 28, 2024. First half. Galatasaray started strong, dominating possession and creating several scoring opportunities. The first goal came in the 23rd minute from Mauro Icardi, who finished a well-placed cross from Kerem Aktürkoğlu. Kasımpaşa struggled to find their rhythm, but managed to hold off further goals with solid defensive work. Second half. Kasımpaşa equalized in the 55th minute with a goal from Mamadou Fall, who capitalized on a defensive error by Galatasaray. The match became more intense, with both teams pushing for the lead. In the 78th minute, Galatasaray regained the lead with a stunning free kick from Dries Mertens. Despite Kasımpaşa's efforts to equalize again, Galatasaray's defense held firm, securing the victory. Key players. Mauro Icardi scored the opening goal and was a constant threat to Kasımpaşa's defense. Dries Mertens, his decisive free kick sealed the win for Galatasaray. Mamadou Fall scored Kasımpaşa's only goal and was their standout performer. Match statistics. Possession. Galatasaray 62%, 38%. Kasımpaşa. Shots on target. Galatasaray 7-3 Kasımpaşa. Corners. Galatasaray 8-4 Kasımpaşa. Fouls. Galatasaray 12-15 Kasımpaşa. This victory keeps Galatasaray in the top positions of the Super League table, continuing their strong start to the season. Are you following the Super League closely this season? FC Bayern were held to a 1-1 draw by Bayer Leverkusen in Saturday's Bundesliga top match. Munich were dominant throughout, but after Robert Andrich and Aleksandar Pavlovic traded goals in the first half, another goal refused to come for the German record champions, who remain unbeaten league leaders. Bayern lined up with Manuel Neuer in goal and Rafael Guerreiro, Dayot Upamecano, Min-jae Kim and Alphonso Davies in defense. Pavlovic and Joshua Kimmich anchored a midfield featuring Michael Olise, Jamal Musiala, and Serge Gnabry, with Harry Kane up front. Kingsley Coman, Konrad Laimer, Leroy Sané, and Thomas Müller took over from Gnabry, Guerreiro, Olise, and Kane in the second half. Level at halftime. The sides cancelled each other out at first, with Bayern enjoying more of the ball. Musiala fired wide, Upamecano miscued a header, and Guerreiro missed from distance. Leverkusen soon had to resort to a foul to stop Musiala's solo run, with Olise curling the ensuing free kick onto the roof of the net. The visitors took the lead against the run of play when Granit Xhaka laid back from a corner to Andrich, whose low effort found the far corner of the net. Musiala miscued before Bayern deservedly leveled the scores, Pavlovic unleashing a belting half volley that found the top corner of the net via Lukas Hradecki's fingertips. No reward, Bayern pressed for a winner after the restart, but Gnabry hit the post and saw his rebound crash off the bar. Hradecki denied Olise and Davies fired over before Kimmich put an effort wide. Further chances came and went for Davies and Olise as the defending champions' outfit dropped increasingly deeper. Neuer, who was rarely called into action throughout, denied Nathan Tella. Laimer rifled just wide, but another goal somehow refused to come, and Bayern were left to rue their missed chances to reward their dominance with a victory. The result means Bayern topped the table on 13 points from 5 matches, 2 clear of RB Leipzig. The Bavarians will be back in action on Wednesday when they travel to face Aston Villa in the Champions League.